President Trump taking the stage in Washington Township, Michigan. And we are joined there now live by Tudor Dixon, Republican candidate for governor. Tudor, great to see you. Thanks for jumping on the headset tonight and give us a set the stage of what it feels like in the room there. You're indoors, so you're warm. You're not bundled up there. What's the feeling in the room?
Yeah, and this is the first indoor rally they've had since COVID, so it's really exciting. A lot of people are completely jazzed up. The energy in this room is pretty intense, as it is at all Trump rallies, but I think just the excitement of having the president back in Michigan talking about his endorsed candidates, it's really pretty exciting here.
Yeah, and there's so much in the news cycle to get to. Obviously, you're running for governor, and it's a pretty crowded race. There are 11 of you, I believe, at last count, and I know for you as a mom, you have 4 children, you've survived cancer, you've worked in steel factories. Tell us about and share with our viewers why you decided to jump into politics, this race, and at this time, Tudor.
Yes, because we had a family steel foundry, so I understood what it was to have a small business in Michigan, but one that is heavily monitored by the government. When you have a steel foundry on the lake, you're heavily monitored by government. And I started to talk to my friends in small business around the area, and they said, since Gretchen took office, since Governor Whitmer took office, it has been really hard to do business in Michigan. And the flip side of that is also what's happening to our children. So seeing our kids taken out of school for, in some cases, a year and a half, the radical policies, the unable to talk to the governor and have her actually reason with these companies who are saying, we have a safety plan, we know how to keep the governor or how to keep our employees safe, and we don't need the government to tell us how. All of that, we said, you know what, she's very vulnerable. This is the time to go after it. And really, we've been noticed as the people's candidate. We were just endorsed by the Associated Builders and Contractors because they understand that as somebody who's worked on a shop floor, I understand what the working people of Michigan need.
Right, and obviously Americans, they're hurting, and you know the people of Michigan, and you know how hardworking they are, and crime's a big issue as well for folks. And you know, people there tonight, what do you think their biggest concern is with what has happened in such a short time with President Biden at the helm?
Everybody is concerned about the money they have in their wallet and what they're spending on. Honestly, we still have a problem with our roads here. So not only do we have high gas prices, but people are having problems with their tires, with their wheels. Just the overall expense is outrageous in the state of Michigan. Here we have the highest taxes. We're in the top 10 for the middle class. Taxes are a big problem here, but also schools. Some of these radical things that you've seen in schools, we've found pornography in 7th grades. We've had 21-day equity challenges where children were told the land of opportunity is a microaggression. Calling America the land of opportunity is now a microaggression. We are fighting back against these things, and we're making sure that parents know we're going to be fighting for them and making sure they're in their schools.
Right, and parents are domestic terrorists too, if we want to, you know, make a say at the school board. Real quick, not to put you on the spot there though, but would you like Trump's endorsement?
Yes, I think that the president has a lot of influence over what is happening in the Republican Party right now. He is still the leader of the party. We would be honored to have the president's endorsement. So many of his policies were so amazing for Michigan. We have the USMCA, the First Step Act, the Platinum Plan. All of those things are things that we'd like to see impact the state of Michigan once again.
Well, we'll know you get a little FaceTime close with him tonight. Tudor Dixon, as always, great to see you and chat with you. We'll be checking in. It's going to be a fantastic night there in Michigan. Thank you for setting the stage inside the room there. Appreciate it.